I assume that a big part of our customers are running big 3D printing farms. I cannot go into further details, but buying a lot of the same filament means something, right? If you are interested in automatically manufacturing something at home or your workshop, maybe this video will be useful for you. You've probably already seen print farms with one type of printer, like Prusa MK3 or MK4 or Bambulab A1 or P1S. Basically, you are looking for a good, reliable, repetitive printer, so you can automate as much as possible, minimizing your input. Long story short, there is a small industry related to automatic printing, where you can have seamless filament change, automatic build plate replacement, and more. But did you hear about belt printers before? If you have, it means that the name CR30 is present in your head. Unfortunately, Creality dropped production of that model. However, a company named IdeaFormer took their place with this printer, IR3 V2. Small note, we are not affiliated with IdeaFormer. This unit is my private, only for education and showcase. This one has modified cooling and power delivery, but this is not important. So the idea is quite simple. We have a Core XY mechanism, just like Prusa Core 1 or P1S, P2S, etc. But instead of having one build plate with limited size, we have a steel belt covered with PEI texture. And this belt can go on in a loop. In theory, there is no limit to how long we can print, but I think there is a limit inside the controller memory. The whole printer is working on Clipper software, and once the G-code or model is too big or complicated, the file size can be too big to handle by this controller. I did not reach the limit yet. The longest slice I got was about 1 kilometer or almost 1 mile long. I believe you can already imagine how to use it in the mass production. Simply, your printer will create a single model at a time, move the belt forward and make a new model. When the ready models reach the end of the belt, they can fall into the box or container. Is it the best option you have? Not exactly, but very close. On a belt printer, it takes more time to produce the same amount of 3D models than when you use a classic printer. But you remove the need of interfere with replacing the build plate. Another advantage in this situation is that you can print one item at a time, and if it fails, the next should be fine, and you don't need to move a finger. But if you have a classic printer and your full build plate of 20 items fails at 90%, all of them are going to be wasted. Of course, you can print one item at a time as well, but then you need to clean the build plate for each print. Additionally, you can use our big spools on a dedicated roller, and you don't need to change the spool every 1 kilogram of production. Also, you don't have a limit when it comes to size in the Z-axis. So you can actually print anything that needs to be in one part and it's longer than a typical part. The interesting fact about belt printers is that the nozzle is working on 45-degree angle. So actually, if you move the printer to visualize the traditional Core XY mechanism, you will realize that the belt itself is a support on one side. That's why you can print long items and having an infinite Z-axis. It's actually something between the Z and Y-axis, depending on how your 3D model is oriented. Even more, if your model geometry allows it, you can print parts without supports, which on a normal printer will be impossible to print. Of course, as long as the model will hold to the build plate or the build belt. Unfortunately, there are some downsides to printing that way. For example, usually your model will have layers oriented 45 degrees, and long models could be more fragile due to the worse layer adhesion. But printing small parts in hundreds or thousands will save you a lot of manual labor. That's why this printer is popular among people producing the same item. So if you are running a print farm and you need a one big spool, you can buy it at shop.spectrumfilaments.com. We have any size you need. If it's missing on the shop, just let us know by sending an email and we can produce it for you. 10 kilograms, 20 kilograms, no problem. The biggest project I made with this one so far was a stand-up paddleboard, aka SUP. The longest part had 240 centimeters or almost 8 feet for our imperial friends. And because the XY print size is only around 250 millimeters, I've decided to print it in 6 stripes, then glue it together. Using epoxy resin to make it watertight, I tested it on the lake. And it was working perfectly. If you think I used ABS or nylon for this project, you will be surprised because it is Defilament PLA Light, Traffic White and Midnight Black. It took me only 17 kilograms of filament to make it work. Each stripe had one wall, 0.8 mm wide extrusion, and infill was set to only 2%. It is still working after 1 year, and it lifted my weight of 72 kilograms with no problem. I also printed a paddle from our Aurora Bloom Silk PLA. It was a super fun project and I am thinking what to make next. So if you have any ideas, you can leave a comment. I will consider it. That's all for today. I hope you have learned something today and you will try our filament. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you won't miss any future videos. And leave a like if this video deserves it.